Welcome back to another episode of Open Mic with Boog Brand, where you can say whatever the fuck you want and we don't care. So, looking at the numbers, and this is in March, October of 2020, and other leading causes of death between March and October of 2018. So it's going back, but it's aggregated because it's the data that's available. So typically with all of these causes of death, they only go in 2-year sequences. So if it's 2020, the end of 2020, they're processing the end of data for 2019 essentially. So we won't actually see that information until March or April. So this is essentially the most up-to-date information that we can. So COVID-19 column here to the left, and then it's broke down by ages. So in children, essentially under the age of 1, they're saying 7.4 per thousand. So this is I believe per thousand. Um, maybe it's even more. I don't even want to say the number. So it's got to be per million. This is per capita. So whatever. Either way, whatever it is. So I'm not really sure. I'd have to go into the article again. Per million, it says it right up at the top there. Per million. So in children under the age of 1, 7.4 death rate in 1 million kids. Now, don't get me wrong. Any number of death due to this virus is shit. It sucks. But this is realistic data. Now, I want you to understand. A lot of people don't know this data. A lot of people haven't seen this data. Um, these numbers are legitimate. They're not fudged by anything. This is actually, they say trust the science. This is from the CDC. So this actually is released by them. I don't necessarily trust them to begin with, but these numbers don't exactly tell a lie. If I'm going to say that too much. Yeah, gunshot wounds are now comorbidity to COVID-19. Carcane says. That actually is unfortunately true. So they are completely fabricating some of this shit. If you had COVID-19 and died from something else, they'll consider comorbidity, and they can legally do that because technically it could have been a contributing factor somehow, some way, shape, or form. So, without going too far into that, I will go ahead and just kind of run through the numbers. So, in the ages of less than 1 to 14, that's 9.4 deaths per million from COVID-19. How many schools are shut down? How many of these kids' lives are fucking ruined because they haven't had education for a long ass time, right? A lot of these kids are failing. The majority of them. I think the last test locally is like 75% of all kids that are remote learning aren't learning. They're behind. So they've lost not only one grade, but in a lot of cases they've lost up to 2 or 3 grades because they haven't got the continued education to keep up with it. Um, you know, the problem becomes, at what point is it enough where we're like, okay, we have to stop this shit. It has to end, and we have to get these kids back in school. Especially when you look at something like heart disease. Kids with heart disease under the age of 1, 51.6 deaths per million. That's ridiculous. That we're so concerned about COVID-19 in these kids. This is absolutely insane. And then it goes all the way up. There's the one data point, and I gotta look. Maybe it wasn't even that. So yeah, so it's right here. In people older, equal to or older than 85 years of age, malignant neoplasms, basically cancers, um, are less. So cancer in every instance is higher, and yet we have people feeding their kids garbage, shit that causes cancer, fake sugars, fake this, fake that. Anything from the center of the fucking grocery store is disgusting. It kills your kids, it kills you, it kills everybody. There's a reason people say shop around the outside. If you shop around the outside of the store, you're pretty much going to be okay. That's all your fresh fruits, your vegetables, your dairies. You're going to be okay. If it comes in a box, you're shit out of luck. So there's some exceptions to that. I mean, the baking stuff, you can get away with going in there getting that stuff because you're making it what it is. Um, to every prior generation, we must make sacrifices for the children. Boomers, hold my beer. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, Quokka says, what about influenza? It's not listed because it's not among the top death things. So top causes of death. This is legitimately the top causes of death in 2018. They don't have influenza listed because it's not there. Now, if I were to pull those numbers up, they're going to be higher than COVID-19. They're just not among the most deadly. You know, um, accidental drug overdose. Look at this. This is right here. Your drug overdose shit. When you get to 15 to 24, you go from 9.9 deaths per million to 66.1. Can we do something about the drugs? All they've done with this pandemic is made this shit worse. I'll guarantee you, 2020, these numbers, these accidental drug overdoses, suicides, they're going to go up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, especially suicide. You know, suicide is horrific no matter what. But those numbers there are absolutely going to be insane. And we're screaming about it. We're shutting schools down. Look at this. SIDS, SUIDS, stupid underinformed doctor's disease. 603.4 deaths per million. Think about it. It's the only thing that kills that many people that nobody even looks into. We have all this technology and they can't tell you what causes it. We're just going to call it sudden infant death syndrome, and that's going to be it. That's why I call it stupid underinformed doctor syndrome. Kills 603.4 per million killed from SIDS. That number right there, all the way through to fucking 55 years of age, all of these numbers together are lower than that. So we're worried about what? I don't fucking get it. So I don't want to go too far into the weeds on it, but it's just something that I was looking up because I'm like, it's absolutely insane that we have completely shut down our economy, shut down our fucking world, and are killing everybody. You know, through suicide, through drug overdose, through depression, through fuck. I guarantee you, stupid shit like restless leg syndrome has gone up because people are just sitting on their fucking ass eating popcorn, watching TV, instead of going to fucking work because at the end of the day, they don't have a fucking job. How many people are unemployed right now? How many people haven't done a fucking thing since March or April? It's absolutely insane to think that this country has literally built everything that we have. We've gone through 2 world wars, got together, built the automobile, built the fucking everything we have done. And yet, here we are, as a nation, cowering from a fucking virus that literally, I mean, yeah, it's deadly. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not deadly. But it doesn't kill fucking half as many people as fucking McDonald's. Heart disease, 51.6, 4.8, 2.7, 13.8, 52.1, 169.1, 509.1, all the way down the fucking list. There isn't a single fucking age point where heart disease doesn't kill more people than COVID-19. Nobody's saying, fuck, we got to get McDonald's off the streets. No, we're saying we got to get people off the streets and put masks on the people at McDonald's. Because McDonald's was never forced to shut down. They're considered fucking, you know, necessary. They are a necessary fucking company. Absolutely insane. The restaurants, though, that actually cook good food, that may actually prevent the heart disease, they were forced to shut down. They were forced to work at 25% capacity, find a way to do curbside pickup. But you can still pick your fucking McDonald's double cheeseburger, McDonald's McDouble, because you can't fucking have 2 slices of cheese on that son bitch anymore. you can still get that. So don't worry. McDonald's was safe. Same with Walmart and all that. And I'm preaching to the fucking choir. Um, yeah, no, and Quokka, it's not saying that influenza isn't among the most deadly in America. It just wasn't in 2018. So, I think when I actually looked at this list back like 6 months ago, it was like 10th in the line. So this is like the top eight. So that's the only main reason that it's not here. So it's just 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So this was the top 10, probably top 11. But short gestation and SIDS technically those aren't on the top list, but that is for the age group under one, obviously.